This is a wall boost. Let's take a closer look at what happened here. I am the last car, and the front car is a ghost of the time attack mode. Notice that the ghost hits the wall on his right, but instead of being sanctioned by the game and losing speed, it receives a speed boost. Without this speed boost, I would probably have overtaken him. If you take advantage of this behavior, you can save precious seconds on your lap times. Let me show you other examples of this nice trick. Now that you see all the possibilities the wall boost has to offer, let's dive deep into this mechanism. In this example, the car slips toward the wall at a minimal speed. At some point, the car touches the wall and the game detects a collision. Then, it displays splinters and triggers a wall boost. The wall boost is a force pointing towards the center of the track, pushing the car away from the wall. It seems that the game tries to help you to come back on a more adequate curve. In fact, the game can react in 3 different ways to a car hitting a wall. 1. It could give you a penalty by decreasing your speed. 2. It could do nothing except from forcing you to follow the curve of the wall. 3. It could give you a wall boost. At this point, you might ask, okay, great, but how do I force the game to trigger a wall boost? The way the game reacts to collisions seems to be based on random number generation, or RNG. The game randomly selects a reaction from the 3 possible choices we saw earlier. This doesn't answer your question. Is it possible to manipulate the RNG? This is a good question, and my answer is...
Not really. Maybe.
Let's do a little experiment. On the top screen, you will see what happens if I accelerate constantly. No steering, no braking. On the bottom screen, I simply do the exact same thing. These 2 clips are different clips, but you can see that the car reacts to collisions with walls the same way. The same inputs give the same results. So yes, it is possible to manipulate the RNG, we just did it. There are several parameters that can be used as inputs for the RNG. Player inputs, elapsed time, etc. In this case, it's more appropriate to use the term pseudo-random number generation. Moreover, this might be necessary for replays. If the replay shows a different race than what has been performed, it's not a very good replay. Let's do another little experiment. On the top screen, I am riding the wall on my right. You can see that the wall boost is triggered before the texture delimitation. On the bottom screen, I do the same thing, but it's a different clip with different player inputs. You can see that the wall boost is triggered after the texture delimitation. So hitting the exact same spot of a wall is not the guarantee of triggering a wall boost. As a conclusion, I can say that yes, you can manipulate the RNG, but it doesn't seem to be exploitable without knowing how the algorithm used for this mechanic works. As a second conclusion, and without knowing the algorithm, I am forced to consider the wall boost as a random event. Logically, your next question is, what are my chances to trigger a wall boost when hitting a wall? Damn, you are very good at asking questions. To answer this question, I did another little experiment. Yes, again, I know, but this is the last one, I promise. So I started a race in Egypt in time attack mode and hit the same wall each lap, again and again and again and again. In the end, I did 100 laps and noted down each time how the game reacted to the collision. Penalty, nothing, or wall boost. Let's get straight to the results. When you hit a wall, you have a 24% chance of being sanctioned with a speed decrease, 36% of nothing, and 40% chance of getting a wall boost. As you can see, the game is very indulgent with collisions. The wall boost occurs with a rather high probability. For a 3-lap race, if there is one spot on the track where you want to trigger a wall boost, your chances of triggering it each lap will be 40 over 100 multiplied by 40 over 100 multiplied by 40 over 100, which equals 6.4%. This is quite low, even if the probability to have a wall boost is high. But if you consider you just want to avoid penalties, the probability of getting a wall boost, or nothing, each lap of a 3-lap race will be 44%. It's almost 50-50. Also, when you try to trigger a wall boost, you don't have to bother braking in turns, so it's a double win. But don't overdo it. The game is balanced in such a way that if you hit too many walls, you end up losing time. I think it is now time for a conclusion. You now have all the keys to understand the wall boost. I showed you in this video a few locations where it is interesting to try it, but keep in mind there are a lot more to discover. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any remarks or information you want to share. I have a couple of subjects for which I want to make a video, so stay tuned. Have fun. Peace.